Hi, my name is Caitlin, and if you're here, welcome to my little corner of the world. So today I have a bit of a book haul because I always tell myself I'm going on book buying bans and then they just so happen to get broken. Like, I never really know how it happens. I kind of black out a bit when I go book shopping, and Book Outlet is just so enticing. Like, you can't say no to it, in a way. It's really hits you with that spend $30 and you get free shipping. So you're like, okay. And all the books are like $4. So I have 9 books to show you today. So let's get right into it. For the first book that I have, it's actually from Barnes & Noble, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of avoid actually buying books at Barnes & Noble because they can get a bit pricey, to say the least. So for the first one that we have, it's Six of Crows by Leah Bardugo. So all I needed to hear was that this was a found family book. Like, it just is like the embodiment of that. So here it is. It's actually on my 24 books that I want to read in 2024, and I'm hoping that I get to this one really soon, specifically this month, or hopefully it'll be on my February TBR. I have just heard so many great things about this series, and I think just Leah Bardugo in general with this series is like, this is the one like that's people's go-to. Or I believe Ninth House is also written by her, but I've heard that book's a little scary, and I'm not gonna lie, it does scare me, so we're avoiding that book for now. So yeah, right now we just have Six of Crows, and I'm hoping that I love this book, but I'm also hoping I don't, because currently I don't have the money to go get the second book. So hopefully I love it, but will I be hoping just an inkling that I don't, so then I won't be compelled to go get the second book? Yeah, but I also have the obligation that when I start a series, I usually finish it, even if I don't like the series. Don't ask me, because I will never be able to tell you the answer on that one. And I actually have one other book that I got from Barnes & Noble, and that is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. So this is a single parent romance book, and it's Delilah Green and Claire Sutherland. So Claire runs a bookstore, was having a lot of troubles with her ex, and also has an 11-year-old child. And Delilah Green is kind of just like, as far as I'm aware, she's kind of like the black sheep of her family. Like, she had a lot of issues with them, and it says that her life is in New York, and that she kind of just sleeps around. And you know what? Slay. Good for her. She probably has no complaints. But I guess her and Claire meet, and it says that Claire is one of Astrid's, her estranged stepsister's best friends. So it seems like a good little like friends to lovers tropes, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This is another one that I'm hoping to get around to soon. If not this month, then in February. So yeah, those 2 books are ones that I got from Barnes & Noble. So every other book in this haul is from Book Outlet. They had, I believe it was like a Christmas-ish sale, like New Year's sale, so I played right into it. So the first book that I got is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. This is a fake dating trope book, I believe. And it says that people closest to them play Cupid and trick them into going on a date, and they realize they have something else in common after all, an undeniable need for revenge. So I guess they fake date in spite like everyone around them. But of course, that just never ends up being the case, and they end up falling in love. And honestly, this is another one where the cover really got me. Because they're hot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's hot, she's hot. Like, I love her tattoos, like, they really slay. So I'm excited to read this book. The next book that I got is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I'm gonna be so for real. I actually don't know much about this book. So it just says, Maddie is allergic to the world. She hasn't left her house in 17 years. Ollie is the boy next door. He's determined to find a way to reach her. And it says, Everything Everything is about the crazy risks we take for love. I hope I like it. It was one of those ones where I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I needed the free shipping. So I was like, I've heard good things about this book, don't know much about it, so obviously I'm gonna read it to find out, So the next two books are part of a series, and that is Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco. So I talked about in my 24 books I want to read before 2024 that I wanted to read Throne of the Fallen, but I heard a lot of people telling me that it's so, like, kind of, in a way you need to read this series first. So I am excited to read this series, honestly. Like, this is another one I looked up on TikTok, and I saw so many people, like, raving about it, and yeah, I would have gotten the third book, but they only had it in hardcover, and I am not willing to sacrifice having 2 paperbacks, 1 hardcover. You know, it's just not I can't. Like, that is something that bothers me. So I'll eventually, if I really like this series, hopefully, I think I will, I'll buy the third book on Amazon in the paperback. So yeah. So this next book I bought, once again, completely based on the cover, and that is Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift. And so these two main characters are heirs to different, like, royal places. If I could talk, that'd be great. But this cover is gorgeous. Like, that is one thing that I love about Book Outlet, is it kind of shows you books that you've never seen before. So I mean, they're beautiful. Are you kidding? And it just sounds like a really good book. So it says that she is a talented witch, and then he is a competitively trained wizard, and a boy anxious to return home for the first time since he was a child. Oh, and they're in arranged marriage. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing in this book, but apparently it is. So it says that their paths cross in a dangerous chance encounter. After years apart, neither realizes who the other is, and both adopt secret identities to protect themselves. Okay, yeah, we're gonna read this one soon. This next book, I feel like everyone and their mother has read, and that is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a YA rom-com, I believe, between Liz and Wes. As far as I'm aware, Wes has always been in love with Liz, and it probably comes out that Liz loved Wes all her life at some point. And I've heard it's just a great rom-com, and also that Lynn Painter has really good writing in terms of romance books like this. So I am a little bit on the fence of it because I haven't read a lot of YA romance books. However, I feel like if I'm not quite a fan of this one, she also writes adult romance books, so I can always give those a try if this is something that doesn't really pique my interest as much as I thought it would. But I have really high hopes for this book. This last book, I didn't expect to buy this book because honestly, I have heard mixed reviews about it, but I went ahead and bought it anyway because I was like, you know what? If I don't like it, I don't like it. I can always take it to a little free library. But I honestly, after watching a couple TikToks of it and seeing like the aesthetics of this book, I'm excited to read it. And that's Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is a, like, oh my god, what's the word? Not dark fantasy, gothic fantasy. I think that's what they call them. So it's basically, it says 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, and her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove. And it says uncovering the murderer is an alliance with Death himself. Death? I'm not saying that I would literally fall for Death, but I feel like in this case it'll happen. So this is, honestly, after seeing like TikToks about it like more and more, this is one that'll probably bump up on my TBR. I'm not going to lie to you. So, and this is one that also has a sequel called Foxglove. So if I really like this one, I may break the book buying ban and let the wallet pay for it later and get the second book. So yeah, this was the last book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul. I feel like it was a good mix of romance, fantasy, all packed into one. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below if you read any of these books, and if you liked them, didn't like them, felt really neutral about them. Let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!